Hey everyone, thank you for attending our Community Summit Lunch and Learn. We're very excited to have all of you here. And just as a reminder to all of those in attendance, you have a chance to win tickets to Community Summit, which the tickets are currently valued at 1,499 US dollars each. So with me today, I have Aaron Back, the Chief Content Officer and Founding Analyst at Dynamic Communities and Acceleration Economy, and Stephanie Ulmer, the Community Marketing Manager. So, Aaron, could you guys give us a little bit of insight as to what Community Summit is and the benefits?
Sure, I'll say a few things, and then Stephanie, if you'd like to add on to that. But yeah, so Community Summit is our annual Microsoft Business Applications event. It's an in-person event. Happens every October, and we try to rotate the city locations, venue locations each year, just so we can get a chance for folks that typically don't fly cross country to attend, but like to keep it a bit slightly local, I'll call it that, within their region. But the intent here is, just to let everybody know, is to bring together users from literally all over the world to come in and connect with their peers and learn from peers. And the way this is framed is that this is the largest independent gathering of the Microsoft Business Applications ecosystem. And the reason we frame it that way is, yes, we collaborate with Microsoft, but Microsoft is not, sort of, we're not beholden to Microsoft in what we do. I'll put it that way. And but yeah, we feel it's very valid to bring a community of people together, like-minded people together, so they can learn and have immediate impacts of what they learn by taking that back to their office to help them really decrease the complexities of these systems that we all know can get very complex sometimes, and really see the value of that and deliver those outcomes that their companies are looking for, and really what they're looking to do for themselves, and deliver those results as well. Because a lot of companies have put in a lot of money and investment and time into these applications, or they are looking to do so. So a lot of people are coming as they're, somewhere along their Microsoft journey with these applications, and they're looking to learn more about them. And so something to note as far as the sort of 4 key areas of Community Summit of why people typically come is that as part of that Microsoft Business Applications journey, they're either migrating to the system because they're coming off some other system. Maybe they're new to the application, and I always try to frame it this way: new to can mean a couple of different things, in the fact that maybe they just got hired into the company that they're working for, and that company has had that business application for quite some time, but for that person, it's new to them because they've not used that application before. Or it could be brand new to the company, and maybe they've just implemented that application, whether it's a Dynamics 365 ERP or Power Platform solutions, into their organization, say within the last 12 months. So they're still really ramping up and seeing the capabilities and potential with those applications. And some are looking to optimize those investments, meaning they've spent all this money and time and resources in these applications, and they're just trying to get the most out of them. Understand when new features, functionalities have been rolled out, as they typically are twice a year, and understanding what they can learn. A lot of folks come and they're surprised by, like, well, I didn't even know I could do that within this application, of some, hidden features that they didn't even know, hidden in quotes here, that they didn't even know existed. So they're looking to really optimize that. And other ways they're looking to optimize too is connect with partners, ISVs, and other Microsoft Business Application vendors that are going to be there on the expo area, or also in attendance, delivering experience and insights through sessions. And the reason I mention that is sometimes optimization means you're looking for a solution to help fill a gap that's maybe within a process or within the solution, because you have a unique business or a unique segment of an industry within that for your business. So trying to fill those gaps there. So what that does is it really helps them see the potential of optimizing their system in a different way versus having to custom build something. Somebody's already has a solution. Let's just plug it in and learn how to use it, and then they can see the swifter return on those results. So it's really amazing to see this community come together and take the benefit or receive the benefit of all this connection and community. And Stephanie, I didn't know if you wanted to add to that as far as some of the key high benefits of the event.
Sure. So, one of the biggest things that you'll hear Aaron, myself, anyone talk about is just the unbeatable, incredible agenda that's been put together. There's over 500 sessions. It's, as Aaron mentioned, it's a 4-user by user event. So we actually have programming committees that are put together within each business solutions group, and they go through the submissions and they pick, what they know is really impactful in the day-to-day, what's going to be most impactful for you at your business. And so there was over 1,200 or nearly 1,200 sessions submitted to be speakers this year. So there's really a ton of great content. And you're pretty much, guaranteed you're going to leave with questions answered. You're going to leave with ideas, new ideas to implement. You're going to leave with a lot of inspiration to go back to your office and really impact the business. So that alone is a huge, huge value. But we do have a lot of great experiences throughout the week in addition to the agenda. Aaron, do you want me to run through some, or I don't know if you were going to plan on talking about? Okay,
go ahead.
Cool.
Yeah.
So one of the biggest ones last year that was super popular, Women in Tech, that's back again this year. It's a really great opportunity for women, but also allies in the community to come together and talk about important topics that impact that. New this year, diversity, equity, and inclusion is another one that'll really be impactful for your work environment, and even maybe just something personally that you're passionate about that you want to get involved in the community. We also have Academy. I think there's over 30 sessions that it's really more of like a deep dive in more like intimate setting with the instructors that are doing that. So it's really personable, hands-on, super impactful again for your business. While we definitely want to, make sure that you guys get all the information, learning how to that you guys need, we also want to make sure that you guys have fun, as well. That's a lot of knowledge being brought in. And so there are some experiences that you'll have in Charlotte with us that are really just to celebrate the community, to connect, network, give your brain a little break from all the great 4-user by user insights that you'll be getting. So we'll have a welcome reception that will be on our expo floor. There'll be food, drinks. There'll be a live award-winning local artist, Melon Belly, who will be there as well. And then that's Tuesday. On Wednesday night, we have a NASCAR reception at the NASCAR Hall of Fame. So if you're a NASCAR fan, it's really the perfect place for you. There's going to be like pit crew challenge, car simulators, all kinds of, fun stuff like that. Exclude the Charlotte's exclusive moonshine. You'll be able to taste that as well, as you're relaxing and having some fun. So there's on our website, summitna.com. There's actually a full list of those experiences, more detail you can read through, and, always here to answer questions on those.
Yeah, thank you, Stephanie. And just to add to that too, we've added another new thing this year. It's actually a pre-conference day. It's our AI Summit pre-conference day. And this is, as many of you know, AI has exploded literally in the last, even just probably Q4 of last year is when obviously with the rise of ChatGPT, but even before that, we saw how impactful AI was. But I think what really pushed us to launch this special pre-conference day is the fact that Microsoft's huge investment in rollout of their Copilot capabilities that are spread throughout all of the different Microsoft Business applications and the Power Platform. But we wanted to take a step back on this a bit, because the AI Summit Day is intended to kind of let's start at the top to really define what is AI, what it isn't, and also what generative AI is and isn't, and then break that down into the context of what is AI with Microsoft, meaning through their Copilot solutions that they have out there. And by the way, for clarity for everybody, there's multiple Copilots that they have. It's not a singular application, if you will, sort of like say Power Apps is an application. This is just an embedded AI capability spread throughout all the different business applications. It even bleeds over into the typical Microsoft 365 Office suite as well. But we want to take a step up, explain that, break it down in the context of Copilot, and really help people understand also what Copilot is in the context of the different business applications, such as Business Central or Dynamics 365 CRM, Power Platform, etc. Now, this is in addition to the normal Community Summit event, which starts on Tuesday. So this is taking place on Monday of that week. As you can see here, you can register for just that day, or you can do it as an add-on to your to the Summit experience. But so please check this out. We've got a video here that kind of explains and gives an overview of the day, and then would love to see people come. We've already got people registering for the day, and questions coming in and excitement around this, and we look forward to sharing more details about that as I believe we're publishing the agenda on August 1st. So just wanted to share that with everyone as well. Excuse me, had a clear my throat there. In addition to this AI Summit, we've got Academy sessions that Stephanie had alluded to, but under the Academy, I was displaying here a moment ago all the different sessions that are available, courses, I should say. Just to clarify a bit further, that these are a combination of either full day, multi-day, or partial day type of Academy sessions. Again, for clarity, this is a separate registration. And as you can see, you can choose which Academy course you'd like to take, and it has a description of each one. But the intent here is to give that really deep dive hands-on, I mean really deep dive into the different applications and processes and more. So check out the different Academy details out here. And then also, as you can see here, you can obtain CPE credits if that is something you need to maintain and keep each year. And so just be on the lookout for sessions that have applicable CPE credits next to the Academy session. So for example, you'll see here, CPE credits, there's 8 listed here. So just keep an eye out how many credits you can get. The other, as far as some of the great benefits here that I always like to highlight, and Stephanie alluded to, but we have quite a few sessions geared specifically towards those. I mentioned the new to area a while ago, but we have sessions specific for those that are new to the applications or even new to Summit. So we also have new to Summit sessions that will be taking place for each of the business applications. So like I mentioned, say it's Business Central or Power Platform or Dynamics 365 F&O, there's a new to session that'll be taking place so that you can get together. And I'll put it this way too, that veterans of the event or veterans in the community also attend the new to session for the simple fact of fostering that word community, meaning that those that are new can connect with those veterans and really get sort of a personalized help around the event, saying, oh, you're here for this thing? Okay, well, let me introduce you to this person, or hey, I recommend you attend this session. So it's almost like you can get sort of a personalized information. They're going to be providing tips and tricks to help you navigate the event, get the most out of the event, recommend some sessions, answer questions. So be sure to look out for that. And then Stephanie alluded to the agenda that we have. Now, just for clarity, the 663 number here, this also includes like lunch and breakfast and small things, because we need to list that as people are building out their personalized agenda list, which you could do here. But there are 500 plus sessions of all different types of either deep dive, 90-minute sessions, 60-minute breakouts, short form, 25-minute fast chats, round tables, panels. We've got a mixture of all different types of sessions, because a lot of people learn in different ways as well. So we wanted to make sure that there were sessions that were applicable to how you like to learn. Additionally, you can search by tracks. So if there's specific areas you want to learn about, so say we talked about artificial intelligence a moment ago, we've got that added, so you can filter the sessions, as you can see, by all the ones that are covering AI in some facet. Maybe you're learning more about reporting. So business intelligence and reporting would be a great way to start. So be on the lookout of how you can dig into this for those that haven't checked it out yet. But if you have checked it out, something I wanted to note, I'm going to clear this and clear some filters here. But if I scroll down here, we're still plugging in a few little small gaps here and there, but you'll see that we've added in the times and the locations where these sessions will be taking place. Like keep an eye out, as we'll be revising this slightly as we go along leading up to the event. But as you can see there, it's filled in, so you can kind of plan dates, times, what do I want to attend when. And then something I've done in the past, because I came from the user community myself before coming over to join the company here, is that I always sometimes double, triple book myself, because there's just so many sessions. Wow, which one do I pick from? So sometimes I'd pop into one and like get a bit out of that one, and then pop into the next one and get a bit out of that one. So I always try to keep my options open there when I was attending the different sessions. Additionally, I would recommend checking out the speakers that'll be in attendance. I believe, Stephanie, correct me if I'm wrong, I think we have over 400 speakers this year. quite the number of speakers. But you can check them out. And one great feature about this is if you select a speaker, you can see the sessions that they are participating in, either leading, or maybe it's a panel, or they're presenting by themselves for a particular session. So be sure to check that out. And that's another great way if maybe it's somebody you've connected with on LinkedIn and, oh, hey, they're speaking. I want to see what sessions they are leading. So you can go check that out. And then I do want to, brief moment here, give a huge shout out to all of our sponsors that would make this event possible. And many of them have been longtime sponsors of the event year after year. We've got some new ones coming in, but not only being sponsors, but many of them come with teams of people from their organization to really help users understand, again, to get the most out of their applications. And then too, I mentioned a lot of these companies have specific applications that fill gaps. So this is your chance to go talk to them one-on-one, connect with somebody at their booth and say, oh, hey, I got questions. We are in this industry. This is our type of business. And our Business Central, for example, doesn't seem to be able to handle these certain things that we need in our process. Can you guys do this for us? So that's where you can really get that hands-on questioning. A lot of times they have a demo of their solution at their booth, so you can literally see it, ask questions, and kind of get that sort of one-on-one time with many of these folks. Before I jump to the next thing, anything else, Stephanie, that you would add?
Yeah, just a couple things. So we do have over 200 of those sponsors on the expo floor. So you should have no problem, connecting with the right expert, the right area. We do typically, companies register 4 to 5 is the average company, really, because our sessions There's some applicable to, you know, for IT, finance, operations. So really roles across your entire organization are going to benefit in different ways. So it's really a great event for your team to come together, strategize together while you're there, you know, so you can make sure that you go back to the office really ready to accomplish, you know, all the goals that are set for you guys. And from an agenda standpoint, Aaron, I don't think that you mentioned, if you're feeling a little overwhelmed with all the options, we do have like small curated agendas for like GP, BC. If you want just like a small sample of like, hey, here's like some that we would definitely recommend. You know, if you're not sure where to go, like here's a good starting point to build out your plan. You can go look at those curated sessions for you.
Yeah, thank you for bringing that up, Stephanie. So just for clarity, on the left side, when you're filtering your sessions, it's towards the bottom, but this is some, you know, recommended sessions, like Stephanie said, kind of get you started. So if you're a first time attendee to the event and you're there for a specific application, so you can, so must attend for, say, Dynamics GP, for example, you can see some sessions here to help get you started and to plug those into your personalized agenda. And something I wanted to note as a little tip for folks that are listening in, when you're I'm showing that this is available. It's an expo floor map, so you can see where all those sponsors are located throughout the different booths throughout the floor. But something I wanted to note, something I would do, again, as a tip from a prior user in the community, is I would actually find out where they are and then make a list. And then that helped me sort of navigate my path through the expo floor to make sure I talk to each one of the different companies. For example, in one prior role that I had in my past experience, we had, I think, 12 to 13 different ISV solutions embedded in our ERP system. So what I would do is I'd make a list of all those companies, go around and chat with each one of them to see, are they rolling out new features, functionalities? Maybe that could help streamline our process even further, help with some of the reporting and data analysis that we needed. So that really helped me navigate. And then once I got through all those, the next day on the expo floor, I would check out other companies that maybe, hey, I never heard of this company. They're new, or they may have something different or unique. Because just to be, you know, frank with everyone, sometimes you have too many ISV solutions. You want to consolidate at some point, and maybe another ISV solution out there has more options and features that help you can consolidate. So that's what I was looking at when I would navigate the expo floor. So just giving a few tips around that to help you in your planning. Additionally, something we've added out here, just so you're aware, we are planning to record some, but not all of the sessions. Just to be frank, you know, that's a huge cost that would be involved there to record every one of the sessions. We would love to do that. We'd love to record all the sessions, but just not quite feasible there. But we did work with the programming committees to help identify which sessions would be the best to be recorded. And the reason for that, and I'm going to segue over here, and Stephanie, I'll have you kind of add in as well, is that we have brought together all the different user group legacy sites that we used to have that were out there kind of scattered. They all had their own different members and content and all kinds of things. We brought that all together and launched this brand new Dynamics Communities website after last year's Community Summit in November. And what this site is intended to do is to help foster that ongoing learning. So think of this as a 24/7 summit experience, just online, where you could connect with others in the community. Every week, there's new content pushed out on this home page, as you can see, around all the different applications. They're helpful how-tos, tips and tricks, videos, articles, guidebooks. There's webinars that we publish out here as well. So the reason I mentioned this site also is that, as you can see, we do have an archive or library of past recorded summit sessions, and we'll be doing the same with this 2023 event. of putting the recorded sessions up here to make available for all the Dynamics Communities members. And so this is another one of those value-added components of becoming a member to the site, along with, like I said, fresh new content. And then also, as you can see, we've got multiple different communities aligned with the different applications. Now, we still have these separate communities, but under one roof or umbrella of a site. The reason being is because a lot of companies have more than just one Microsoft Business application in their organization. So, for example, they may have the Dynamics CRM application to help maybe with their sales teams and their marketing efforts and so forth. But then maybe they use Business Central for their finances and their operations. So they don't want to go to two separate websites like it used to be, but now they're in one website and they can join both of these communities to ask questions, connect with other folks in that community. So for example, on the Business Central community, we got a feed of which just shows, recent activities that's going on. You can join the discussion forums, ask questions. You see it's very active, a lot of questions and responses. Connect with other members that are out here. I'll show that in just a second, but there's also upcoming events. What that means is I mentioned webinars, or they have their national virtual user group meeting that you can join. Members, this is another way I mentioned connecting with people in the community. You can create your own network of folks that are out here. Easily just click on the connect. If you want to connect with that person, they'll receive a notification and start building your own network of others out in the community. If you have questions about sort of who we are, what we do, and want to contact us, that's there. But I just wanted to share sort of a high level a bit about the site. If you're not a member, check out the site dynamicscommunities.com. It is with an S at the end of dynamic. The reason being is we've been called that for years, and we finally said, well, let's just sort of own it, if you will. And so dynamicscommunities.com was sort of born and rolled out last year. And this is, again, where all the user group communities can come together and ask those questions, collaborate, and really extend to that summit experience throughout between the summits all year round, if you will. Take that learning experience of being on site and then extend that throughout the year. And one thing I wanted to add, Stephanie, before I'll see if you had something to add on, is that there's many folks that have formed sort of business relationships with folks from Summit, meaning they connect with somebody, wow, this is a great person to connect with. They're very knowledgeable, have a lot of experience, and that continued out, say, through LinkedIn and through the community sites. And it's really helped foster and grow other people in a professional sense of them taking what they learned from another person's experience and take it back to their office and share that experience and grow and build upon and streamline business operations and processes in their own organization. So Summit translates into that sort of that in-person personal connection, then this sort of virtual environment with the website connection. But I just wanted to explain that this extends well beyond the event. So don't think of the event as just a point in time, but it's just an experience that happens to bring everybody together, but you can extend that through this site. Stephanie, I don't know if you had anything to add on top of that with the about the
That's
site.
A really great overview. So, essentially I kind of just describe it as, this site is the extension of Summit that, is, as Aaron said, accessible to you 24/7, 365. And it's great because you can, as Aaron showed you, those discussion boards, when a question pops up, if you need a quicker response, or you don't have time to do a lot of research, you can just pop it in there. The community is great to really help you out. And then there's just a ton of content. It's kind of, essentially, think of it as like the mecca of how-to tutorial content, is what's really out here. And if you're looking at the Expo4 map and you say, hey, I think this is someone I want to connect with, you can always, some of them, not all of them, but you can always look under the partners here, and they might be part of this site as well. And you can see what kind of content they have out there. Might be other things that you can learn questions you want to get ready to ask them, while you're there.
No, that's a great point, Stephanie, about some of the about these partner solution pages. So a lot of companies have these out here, just so if you, again, want to extend that conversation from at Summit, or maybe you didn't get it, I forgot to ask this question of somebody, you can come out here, you can connect directly with them to either book a demo, request a discovery call to get more personalized time with the company. Check out their content to learn more about what they do, their experience and in-depth knowledge of a particular area. In this case, Avalara, which is a great add-in solution for tax automation and compliance. And then I believe Avalara is also one of the companies that's one of the sponsors. So
Yeah.
That's kind of just picking by the A's that out here. But this is a great way for you to, yep, there they are, there, Avalara, to get to know more about the organizations. And then something else that's unique out here is that we have a group of folks that we call our user group experts that share and help curate a lot of the content that you see out on the home page or under this content area. So respective to their different areas of expertise, Power Platform, CRM, Business Central, etc. So when you see a lot of the authors listed on those content pieces, you can come over here and see, oh, wow, here's Kylie Kaiser. She's Microsoft MVP. She's been active for a long, long time with Dynamics 365 and the Power Platform. And you can see, you can connect with her, and then you can click on articles and see all the content that she's created for the community. To Stephanie's point of all these understanding these apps or how-to tips. She did a whole series digging into the AI builder pre-built models that are helpful inside of the Power Platform or CRM. So again, this is a great way to extend your knowledge and take that information immediately to your office, your role, whatever it is, and make an immediate impact. So I did want to be respectful of time here. I didn't know if we had any questions that have come in or questions that you had received ahead of this webinar that maybe Stephanie and I could potentially answer.
Yeah. Oh,
sorry, Robbie, just Stephanie. One quick thing
Yeah.
can I mention that I just thought of? If you guys are thinking about attending Summit, if things that Aaron or I had mentioned to you, feel like you can help yourself, future-proof yourself, your organization. We do have a $350 savings going on right now that ends on July 31st. So there's limited time to, get your ticket at that savings. I mean, the event itself is a huge value, but, if you want to do that $350 savings, make sure you start making your plans by then. And also, if you're going to bring your team, which would be highly effective, when you bring 5 or more individuals, you start to get even additional discounts on top of that. So you can get up to 20% off depending on how many people you bring with your organization. So just wanted to make sure that we mentioned that before anyone might have to drop off.
Yeah, thank you, Stephanie. Yeah, I've got it pulled up on the screen, and just take a look at the registration page. And like Stephanie mentioned, the price change there. And just to show you another quick bit before we go to the questions about how big of a value of just the event itself is that we've had every year people show up on site to the venue and register on the spot. So not just ahead of the event, but show up at the event and register. Hey, I want to attend this. I just got hired into my company, and they said, "Hey, go!" And I just showed up, and I want to register. So we've had that every year. So, and they've always left with, again, that knowledge they need to help with what they do and then their organization. So it's another an amazing thing that we've seen and experienced over the years. So I'm sorry, you had some questions, I think you said?
Yeah, so I was just going to say, thank you both so much for telling us all about Community Summit and the Dynamics community. The folks here at Sabre are really excited. And I'd just like to open up the floor for any questions for those in attendance. If any of you have any questions.
Or drop it in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah. to answer any questions.
So we did get quite a few questions throughout our forums, but it seems like you guys actually answered all of them within this lunch and learn.
Awesome.
So one that I did get was how do you maximize the benefit of attending?
I'll share something, Stephanie, if you want to maybe add on to that. Yeah. So a few of the tips I had mentioned as both of us were sharing was to pre-plan. Don't just kind of show up and think, I'm here for, I don't know, Business Central, for example, and I'll just kind of randomly go to some sessions that sound interesting. I always suggest pre-planning, go out to the session, full agenda list, start creating your own personalized agenda session list, and then plug that into your calendar. So you get those little calendar reminders if you got your phone handy, and to help you know where to go, navigate that. And then additionally, make sure that the sessions particularly align with maybe your role within your organization, your industry that your company's within, and kind of think of it in those terms, but still be open to jumping into another session that you may say, that's not really kind of what I do. But you never know, because something I've always been a big proponent of is you never know if you learn something here, what could be applicable to over here in the future. So be open to learning some new things to help maximize your experience there. Get involved with the new 2 summit sessions if you've never been. If you have been in the past, maybe you haven't been in a while, this is your chance to re-engage, reconnect with those that have come every year. We have some that have been every year since Community Summit first started, or some that's been, many, many years. Connect with those folks. Use this chance to really connect with the people. Yes, we talk technology, we talk about the benefits of technology, and you're learning about technology, but all of that would not come to life without the people that are really there making the event happen, sharing their expertise. And something to note is the vast majority of these speakers have been in your shoes. They've been in your roles, or they currently are. And they're just sharing from their role, their perspective, their experience to say, hey, here's how we use this application. Here's how we set it up to help maximize what we do. I don't want to turn around and share that out with you to help you benefit from the same application. And they're speaking from personal experience in many cases of projects they've went through, or they're in the middle of, or streamlining their reporting and analysis of all the data they got. You fill in the blank, but those are some tips. Come prepared. Be open to attending other sessions you may think, that's sort of outside of what I do, and then be open to connecting with people, because I think that really maximizes the full benefit of the event. Stephanie, I don't know if you had some other thoughts on that.
Yeah. So I would say really as an organization, think about what your primary goal is. For some, they're looking for new products and solutions. Some are really looking at it for that, like how to, optimizing their skill set so they can really use their Microsoft solutions to the full benefit of the organization. So I think the number one thing is figure out your goal as an organization. And then, that it can be different for different departments too, right? Like, so you could have people from various departments of your organization going that are there for different reasons. And so some might spend more time on the expo floor and really researching certain solutions that are needed. Others might be really just getting to as many sessions as they can. And I would emphasize what Aaron said about the connection with the community aspect. It's really, you're never going to have as many people, as Aaron said, in your own shoes in one place at the same time, face to face. So I would just really take advantage of that networking time. You could even connect with people, virtually. Like if you're spending time looking at the agenda, seeing who the speakers are, there's a ton of MVPs. It's a great way to, you can even shoot them a message on LinkedIn, make a specific plan to meet up if you're someone who feels more comfortable with like a set agenda versus, I'll meet people and while I'm there and make it work. I think either it can be done. But I would say definitely don't forget that connection aspect with the community, because it really will benefit you past Summit.
I love
Yeah,
that.
thank you.
So another question that I had received was, will there be any discussions on how AI will affect the future of ERP? And I know you spoke a little bit on the
Hmm.
pre-conference when it comes
Hmm.
to AI, but I guess in the general the other days of Summit, do you think there will be discussions on how AI will affect the future of ERP?
Yeah, we have so AI related sessions or thematically aligned to AI sessions are not just happening on the AI Summit Day. So yes, that's purely focused around AI and the context of the business applications, but there are multiple AI related sessions scattered throughout the week, actually, also in the context of ERPs. Here's how you can get the most out of it. Now, to sort of answer that with that word, the future. So the way I look at it this way, there's sort of two different ways to look at AI, and I've covered AI for quite some time on our sister organization, Acceleration Economy. But one is in the technology sense, since this is Microsoft's Copilot, it's their sort of AI-powered solutions and capabilities. By the time Summit comes around in October, Wave 2, they have two release waves for the cloud Microsoft Business Application Solutions in April and October. So by that time, we'll see some newer features, functionalities potentially. And Microsoft is leading quite a few sessions, just to let you know. They'll be there to help with that. And you'll be able to see sort of what it is now. And sometimes they speak about, hey, here's some things we're working on, sort of a roadmap of what's to come. The other aspect around future is that this can kind of get into a sort of a nebulous area up for debate about the implications of AI in the context of technology and the impact of people and jobs and the future of work. So I just want to make sure I couch it in those two different ways. Again, if you want some more insights on that, accelerationeconomy.com. We do have a whole channel dedicated to AI, hyperautomation, and actually discuss the future of work in the context of AI. So you can check that out. So for one, you can go over there and check that out. For the other, we do have sessions that will be addressing features, functionalities, and potentially future capabilities that'll be rolled out for around AI.
Thank you for watching this Sabre-hosted webinar. If you like this content, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps to build our channel. And for any more information, please visit www.sabrelimited.com.